Yo, it is time for network marketing success tips. How do you win in the game of network marketing? How do you become a pro? So we're going to be talking about on this morning's episode. It's early. Got my sugar out there with me, taking on this walk, and it's a little colder than we thought it was going to be. But let's get into this, guys, because I've got a few minutes before I'm at the track, and then your boy gonna do some running this morning, man. I hate running. But do me a favor, if you are a network marketer, go ahead and shout out the name of your business and or your brand. If you want to rep the company that you are with, that is more than fine as well. Just don't post any links. We don't want it to go crazy. But one of the things I wanted to share with all my network marketers, if you don't know me, I'm H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor. Some people call me the MLM advocate because I believe wholeheartedly in the home-based business, direct sales, network marketing business as a model. And I think everybody should have a home-based business as a foundational component in their wealth building game plan or strategy. And that's just me. There's a lot of reasons, taxes. I believe we should show our children entrepreneurship, things like that. But nevertheless, I have these 5 P's that allow me to be successful in the area of network marketing. And I noticed that a lot of the top producers in the industry also have these 5 character traits. And really, these things can help you have success in any area of your life. But network marketing in particular is one that I think that you could use. Definitely. Hey, Vanzia, paparazzi, welcome to the stream this morning. So number one, guys, and they all start with P so that you know. But number one is you've got to persist in network marketing. It requires a great deal of persistence. A lot of times, people around us don't understand the industry. They don't know the industry. We've been thoroughly trained by our school system to run from entrepreneurship at all costs. And therefore, when you're introducing your products and your services to people, they're not going to greet you with the warmest of welcomes in a lot of cases, especially if you're prospecting and you're trying to introduce your business opportunity. People just are not receptive to entrepreneurship because of the way our school system trained us. Our school system taught us to be employees, and they ingrained that in us, right? And it's hard for people to come out of that, even though they want more out of life and their job isn't doing it for them. So you're going to have to be persistent if you're going to win in network marketing. Number 2, you got to persevere, right? Now, a lot of people don't understand the difference between persistence and perseverance. Persistence means I'm just going to keep on trying. Good morning. I'm just going to keep on trying, and I'm going to keep giving maximum effort. And if I run into a challenge, I'm going to persist. I'm going to keep going anyway. Well, perseverance it takes persistence a step further. Perseverance is needed when you actually get knocked on your butt, right? See, a lot of people can persist and they can run into a challenge. And if it's a challenge that they can overcome and they can meet, then they are, yes, I'm persistent. But what happens when you get flat knocked down on your butt, right? You heard all the motivational talks, fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's what perseverance means. And in this industry, you will get knocked down flat on your back. And like the great motivational speakers, I don't know who said it first, whether it was Les Brown or Mr. Jolly, if you can fall down, fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. So as a network marketer, you will get knocked down. Do you have it in you to get up? How many times do you have it in you to get up? So you've got to persevere. You've got to persevere. So number one, you've got to persist. You've got to push through obstacles. Number two, you got to persevere. When those obstacles actually knock you on your butt, do you have it in you to get up? Number three, you've got to be patient with this thing, y'all. A lot of us, and I'm going to switch the camera, but it's probably going to mess me up with the sun. A lot of us, because we're coming out of the world where we were thoroughly trained on working for other people, we were taught how to thrive in the world of corporate America, a job, you putting in an hour's worth of work, no matter how good that hour is, you getting paid the next week or the next 2 weeks. Well, in network marketing, it doesn't work that way. In network marketing, you have to take more of a farmer's approach. See, the farmer sows a seed, and he knows that that seed isn't going to produce a harvest for 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, sometimes 6 months, right? And if you're a cattle farmer or something like that, you know that you might have to raise this animal for a couple years, right? Before you can actually benefit from the meat of said animal. So you really, really have to understand how to be patient in this game. I like to teach my team that no matter what you're doing in network marketing, you're always being chased down by your last 90 days worth of work. That means if you didn't put any work in the last 90 days, why are you looking for a harvest and you didn't plant any seeds? So just be patient and know that sometimes you will reap where you did not sow. Sometimes the people you talk to and you thought they was going to join you, you thought they were going to buy from you, and they don't. And then all of a sudden, somebody else that you wasn't even expected just hit you up out of the blue and say, hey, I heard you got this. I want to buy some, right? You've got to be patient, and you got to allow the seeds that you have been sowing, the work that you have been doing to catch up with you, right? It's simple. Think about the patience that you have to have. Like when you first start working a job and they hold that first week's back, right? And it's like you don't get paid for 3 weeks, but you show up at work every day. Well, in network marketing, it's like that times, I don't know, 10, right? Because it's not 3 weeks. Sometimes it is 3 months before you actually see those things show up. Vonzia said, yes, sir. Trying to get back up as we speak. Yeah, you got to, man. And I know you've gone through some hardship, and that's another one of those things when you think about perseverance. People think that because you start a business, you get into network marketing, life's going to stop happening. Nah, man, life going to keep happening. And what tends to happen is when we have those life moments, we'll shut our business down. We'll give up on our business. But if your basement flooded, for instance, chances are you're not going to quit your job because your basement flooded. So why would you quit your business, right? You have something go on, you get into a car accident, right? And your car is all messed up. You don't quit your job because your car is messed up, but sometimes we'll let that cause us to quit our business. So number one, you've got to have persistence. Number two, you got to know how to persevere. Number three, you got to have some patience, man. Number four, you've got to give yourself permission to fail, right? So many of us are so hard on ourselves that we don't leave any room for error, right? And if we don't have the success that we think we should have on day one, by day two, we're giving up. No. A lot of times these traits, these things that we have to grow through and go to as network marketers, they take time to develop in us. And sometimes we don't get the growth until we fail, right? Sometimes you don't learn the lesson until you actually fail. But if you don't give yourself permission to fail, you'll tuck tail and run at the first sign of failure. And I don't want you to do that, guys. Give yourself permission to fail. Give yourself permission to stumble a little bit. This is, for a lot of you guys, this is brand new. You've never even thought about being an entrepreneur, right? But all of a sudden, you're in network marketing and you want to pretend like you're going to be a pro day one. That's not how it happens, right? Got to give yourself permission to fail, number 4. Number 5, this is the last P, and we'll wrap this thing up. Procrastination has got to end, right? This is one that I struggle with in a lot of areas of my life, man. But when you're dealing with network marketing, a lot of times people don't like to face rejection or deal with rejection. Always remember this. If you're taking notes, man, write this down. When people say no, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the opportunity. Don't take it personal. Don't get emotionally connected to the response of your prospect, right? Timing has a lot to do with whether we're going to succeed or not. So procrastination if you keep procrastinating on talking to that person that you think would be a good fit for your business, you keep procrastinating on trying to sell your product or service to a particular person, it's only going to make things worse. And it's kind of like you can talk to a bunch of people or you can talk to one person at a time. And if you like me, I don't like to hear no, I don't like to be rejected. But if I'm talking to one person and then I get that rejection, good morning, and I have to go and spend 3 weeks licking my wounds and finally getting up the courage to go talk to another person, and then spend 3 weeks going and lick my wounds, that's a long, hard process. But if I talk to 40 people in a week and a couple of them tell me no and I get some successes, I get some wins, guys, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off quickly or ripping it off slowly. You rip it off slowly, you're going to feel all of that pain. You rip it off quickly, you're going to feel a lot of intense pain, but it's going to be over with right quick. Stop procrastinating. Do the things you know you need to do. Read the books, attend the workshops, go to the conferences. Everything that you need to do to have success, do that stuff, man, and get it out of the way. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. At the end of the day, you're going to reap what you sow. So that is the question. What is it that you are sowing into your business? So 5 P's that all successful network marketers have in common is they know how to persist when obstacles show up. They know how to persevere when some of those obstacles knock them on their butt. They know how to be patient. They know that in network marketing and building a business, it is a marathon and not a sprint. They give themselves permission to fail. They set the proper expectations. In other words, they know that, hey, even if I start out strong, that doesn't guarantee me sustained success. I have to keep at this thing and I'm going to bump my head a few times, but they've already decided or made the commitment that they're going to do it. And then number 5 is they get rid of procrastination, man. If you can master those 5 character traits, you will succeed in network marketing. You will succeed in all other areas of your life as well. So just thought I'd share that with my fellow network marketers. We are in an experience of extreme growth. I don't care what company you're with. Chances are you are exploding because of coronavirus, people have really begun to reevaluate their entire lives, right? And people are really, really more focused on these 3 areas than they have ever been before in their life: their health, their relationships and their family, and also their finances. So that's a great opportunity for us as network marketers to really introduce what it is that we have. And I'm going to say this, and I've got to give a huge shout out to Brian Keith McNeil. He's a great sales coach. If you haven't checked out his Selling Your Services Academy, that could be a good resource for you as a network marketer. But he talks about the sin of the desert, guys. And the sin of the desert is this: you are in the desert and people all around you are dying while you're thriving. You're thriving because you know where the water is, but yet you're refusing to tell people. So you're committing the sin. I want you to think about this. If you believe in your opportunity, if you believe in your services, and yet you are not opening your mouth to tell people who are literally dying around you, slow financial deaths because they need to make an extra income, slow financial deaths or slow deaths because you got a great health product and you're scared to open your mouth around people, right? Whatever it is that you offer, you know that it solves a problem. And if you're not opening your mouth to introduce that to people because of fear, anxiety, or whatever reason you've made up in your mind that you cannot do it, you're committing what's called the sin of the desert. And we've got to stop doing that as network marketers. So appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can run around this track at least one time without stopping. And until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. MLM 4L.